satisfaction. And I am Vanagaram Shanti, and my team members, Ms. Avila from OT and Jacqueline from the wards. Our vision is to touch a billion lives. Our mission is to bring healthcare of international standards within the reach of every individuals. We are committed to the achievement and maintenance of excellence in education, research and healthcare for the benefit of humanity.
This is about our Apollo Hospital Enterprises LSS journey. It was started in the year of 2008 and 5 years deployment done across all the Apollos in the year of 2009. And 2010, obviously the few people have done black belt program also. And master in black belt program was carried out in the year 2014. And 2018, we had done internal Kaizen within the Apollo group, and also lean programs were started. And now currently we are doing war on waste. The Kaizen project, whatever we are doing in Apollo Hospital, we are presented in CAE Kaizen also, and we won the prizes. And also like we have internal quarterly audit by our Lean Six Sigma team, and also based on our project completion, we are also getting the certificates. And this is about Apollo Speciality Hospital Vanagaram LSS team. This includes from our top management, and we had taken all the nursing members. For example, Sister Avila, she is from OT, she is one of the LSS team member, and my name is Jacqueline. I am also one of the Lean Six Sigma member, and I completed my green belt.
Here our business cases. After the surgery, the patient will come to the recovery room for observation, immediate observation. Because of the anesthesia effect, the patient will have some vitals deterioration in immediate after the procedure. So we will keep the patient in recovery room for 120 minutes. So once the patient is recovered from the anesthesia, we will shift the patient to wards. Routine recovery room observations are an essential requirement for patients' assessment and their recognition of clinical deterioration in post-operative patients. The length of stay in the recovery depends on several factors, including demonstrated recovery from anesthesia. The TAT time for recovery is 120 minutes.
Since our project is reducing the TAT time for in recovery, we just have given the brief about recovery. So because the patient after the surgery, obviously the patient will go to recovery. The stay in recovery is very important. So there are many factors associated, how many hours the patient will be in the recovery. It's mainly non-clinical and clinical factors. If it is clinical factors, obviously the patient will accept it. Even family members will accept, though the duration is beyond the 120 minutes. But there are some non-clinical factors which also was stimulating. So we want to avoid the non-clinical factors. And this is about our problem statement. The percentage of number of patients transferred from recovery room to ward beyond the stipulated time, that is beyond 120 minutes, were 28.3%, which creates a discomfort to the patient, and our aim is to reduce less than 15%. So we assess the p-value also, it was 0.05. So that gave the confidence that our process variation is not much, it's only 0.5%. And this is our defined phase. So the total number of cases in the recovery from the month of April 2018 to July 2018 were 587. And the defects, that is number of cases transferred beyond the stipulated period, that is 166 cases. So defect per million opportunities were 2,82,793.87. When you put it in the sigma level, we were in 2.10.
When we have done the measure space, the summary of TAT, even though our mean time is 117 minutes, but it is the baseline is 120 minutes, 28% of cases are leading for dissatisfaction. Other than that, there was a 250 minutes which is alarming and need to be studied for us. So we have done the study.
And our data is for 95% with confidence intervals. So the mean deviation is not much. It's only within 120 minutes. But 28% of the cases were shifted beyond the stipulated time. And in that also we are worrying about the non-clinical reasons. When it came as a clinical reasons, even our consultant will go and explain to the patient and attenders, your vitals are not stable, so you will be holded in the recovery for some more times. When it comes as the non-clinical factors, and it is not easy for the attenders to wait outside the room when the patient is inside the recovery room beyond after the surgery. So this is our analysis. We use the Pareto chart to identify how many cases due to non-clinical reasons and how many cases due to clinical reasons. You could see that out of 166 cases, 84 cases, that is 50% of the cases were due to delayed ward staff reporting to recovery to receive the patient, and remaining 50% were due to clinical reasons. So our project, that is our Lean Six Sigma project, is aimed to reduce the non-clinical reasons. So this is our process flow, what we had it before LSS project. The first one is mass scale, that is modified altered scoring system scale, which has the criteria based on patient's vital signs and the surgical site and other parameters. So if the score is 9 to 10, that shows that the patient is fit and the patient is ready to move out from the recovery. So what the recovery nurse will do now, she will call the ward nurse saying that your patient is ready after the surgery to be ready to can go to the ward. The delay starts here. The ward nurse has, she will receive the call and she has to call the transport person to come, because the ward nurse alone can't shift the patient. Then ward nurse, you all know that like in the ward, the nurse will be assigned for 5 to 6 patients. Only one patient only will be shifted to surgery. All the remaining patient also is under her custody, so she has to take care of it. So she will wait for the reliever. Just like that, she can't come from the ward to the recovery. So she has to hand over the other patient to the other nurse. Like for example, it's not full handover. If my patients are having certain procedure, I should tell that I am going to receive the other patient from the recovery. You take care of this procedure. So I have to give some short handover about remaining patient. Then only I can go to the recovery to receive my one patient. So we have noted the delay in 3 phases. So our main motto is we have to reduce all these delays.
So we done the 5-way analysis. Patient not satisfied due to prolonged stay in recovery area due to non-clinical reasons. Why?
It is patients were transferred late from the recovery. That was the first reason.
Why?
The ward nurse comes late to receive.
Why?
The ward nurse, like when the recovery nurse calls to the ward nurse, she will be held up with other procedure for other patient, and sometimes she will be attending the consult rounds for other patient. So this is one of the reasons. Otherwise, why the ward nurse gets a reliever late? Sometimes she will not have any procedure, but she has to get the reliever to hand over all the other patients. And what is the final why? The ward nurse assigned for other patient too.
When we have done the brainstorming in improvement stage, the existing method of transferring the patient from recovery to ward lead to delay. This makes the patient and attenders dissatisfied. The solution, we have come to the conclusion with the many ideas has come in that brainstorming. We have identified one transport nurse. Then training given for shifting the patient from recovery to ward and to give handover. Competency assessed and job description and privileges as given. She acts as a liaison between recovery nurse and ward nurse. Exclusive mobile number was given to transport nurse.
So to avoid all the delays, we identified that we should not disturb the ward nurse. So when the ward nurse have to come and receive the patient from recovery, that led to all the delays. So we identified the exclusive person, that is transport nurse, to receive the patient from recovery to ward. And we have done adequate training also for her, because it's not easy job to transport the patient immediately after surgery. The patient may end up with some complication when the patient is being shifted from first floor to 6th floor, that is to the wards. So we are given adequate training and competency also assessed. And this is the responsibility for the transport nurse.
Transport nurse responsibilities: respond to the call immediately, reports to recovery room, receive the patient from recovery, transport the patient to ward, hand over the patient details to ward nurse.
This is about process flow improved. The first step is going to be same only. Again, we are going to use a mass scale only to assess the patient readiness to ward shifting. So again, the score, if the score is 9 or 10, that shows that our patient is fit or ready to be transferred to the ward. Here, instead of the recovery nurse calls to the ward nurse, she will call directly to the transport nurse. So we can't have any delays over here. The transport nurse, when she comes to the recovery, she will come along with the transport person. So then the transport nurse receives the handover from the recovery nurse and directly she goes to the ward. This is after implementation. The data we have taken, as I showed in the defined phase, the first thing we have taken from month of April to July, and our sigma level at 2.10, and from August to September we could achieve 2.50. So again we assessed each month the reasons why the patient shifting is getting delayed, and we corrected it. Finally, from October 18 to October 19, the clinical reasons were reduced and we could achieve the sigma level of 3.10. And
This is a summary for improved TAT. Even our mean value is 121, but there is a significant reduction in our TAT. Patient dissatisfaction due to transfer delay. Our motto is to reduce the customer dissatisfaction, reduce the TAT to improve the customer satisfaction. We have analyzed our patient complaints due to delay in transferring from recovery room to ward. There are number of cases. First 4 months it was very high, and then slowly we have reduced with this new initiative, and our NPS net promoter score also increased. Our customer satisfaction score has improved lot. And when we come to controls phase, we done first audit tool, and every month the data are analyzed, the delays. Go to next.
Even like as I told before, we are doing monthly audit to know the reason why the patient is getting late from the recovery. Even for last month, we had 8 cases. We assessed the reason. You could see that many of the reasons due to patient own condition. The patient was in blood transfusion, so we can't shift the patient just like that from recovery to ward. So we had to wait for the transfusion to get over. So we are assessing 1 hour at the time. Even if we are getting non-clinical reason also, we are doing a corrective and preventive action, and we want to achieve 0%. This is SOP. If nothing is changed in standard operating procedure, we can't sustain it. So we have made the change in our SOP also. It is being approved by our top management. And benefits. Qualitative benefits. The first foremost thing is nil interruption in continuity of other patient care in ward. In previous process flow, the ward nurse has to hand over the remaining patient to other nurse, then she has to come. But here, the ward nurse is not disturbed with other patient continuity of care. She can continue. Only the transport nurse will move from here to there, and she will hand over the patient. Nursing manpower, that is the ward nurse manpower is increased, so she can provide effective nursing care to the patient. Then healthcare waste, waiting, transportation and motion of the ward nurse is being reduced. Quantitatively, we have showed that number of delay in recovery had reduced, and we have reduced we have improved the customer satisfaction. Quality approach is 24/7.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work.
Thank you, sir.
The only thing is, how are you going to sustain what helps you? Because sometimes, the nurses, they may have, simultaneously they have to attend different patients. And that may not be in your hands.
So sustenance we have taken, it is within our control. The non-clinical delays we have taken. In that, the transport nurse acts as a licensing person. This is permanent now we have deployed. We took with the management, and every month the data are analyzed in the continuous quality improvement. Is one of the data is for the NABH and also for our Apollo clinical excellence team, that is AS1 and AS2. Recovery delay is one of the point. So every day, every month it is analyzed. So non-clinical we have reduced. Clinical we are, even if it is our medical director level, they are pushing to that, is there anything can be reduced still. So this is what we are doing. Meanwhile, we have created that counseling room where the relatives are waiting, their anxiety level will be reduced. This is the additional point we have taken for them, because to brief them that they are in a safe place, and once one person will be allowed in once in 1 hour. So they can go and see that they are stable in that room. So this is what the step we have taken, and it is continuously going, and we are doing the audit and discussion on all the parameters, and every month on 8th to 10th will be our schedule. We'll be having that discussion on this. So this is a way, and day to day they are started sending the mail. This is all online integrated data. We are not doing anything manual now. It can be pulled. So every day the data are analyzed also. If it is delayed on yesterday, why the reason like that, it is going on.
Now suppose,
yes, sir.
Same time 2 patients have to be moved to the ward. How do you do that?
Sir, that we have initially our challenge was recovery nurse can't change and come out. Now we have done this one, the priority will be given first. The first, whoever is completing 2 hours, they will be given priority to send. So we, based on the situation, we act on that.
Guide the transport nurse.
Yes, sir. She has been.
Sir, per day our average cases are 10, sir. So it will be, we know 1 by 1 from theatre only they are coming. So the timings are little correlating for us to go and come back for another 15 minutes. If the time is delayed, we start preparing from half an hour before, 1.5 hours, that is 90 minutes finish. The anesthetist come and they evaluate, and then he will write for the transfer sheet. So by the time this will be communicated to the transport nurse. So the work is starting 10-15 minutes earlier, so that there is not much delay. In at a time we are not getting 2 cases. She will go hand over and quickly she will come for next patient. In case if there is a 1 or 2 situation has come like that, the recovery nurse license for that. She prepares and she will change, and one of them will come quickly to hand over. This is what now we are practicing.
And one more thing is, suppose
Yes,
it
sir.
is possible for you in every shift. Now, who are the patients likely to be shifted after the operation or whatever other activities? Then they will be shifted to the ward. Can you plan?
Sir, it is coming from 9 o'clock, the cases are started here. So surgical OT cases. So we start from 10 o'clock shift we give. So up to 6:37 there will be a nurse. So after 7 there is not much cases in the OT.
Emergency cases will be there.
Only emergency cases. So it's all planned in such a way. The timing starts from 7 to 7 is OT functional time, but still after procedure they have to be 2 hours in the OT. So our transport nurse timing is planned in such a way.
And then customer satisfaction, my final question.
Yes, sir.
You have any index, and then that index?
Yes, sir.
Getting this post-discharge call.
This
So
is
what
from,
we- related to transfer delay, we have taken the customer complaints.
But overall?
Yes, sir.
No,
No,
overall.
this is related to only recovery from recovery to what, sir? We have the set of
Post-surgery.
Correct. Because of this, the overall customer satisfaction index has it gone up.
Dissatisfaction reduced, sir.
In
that's
our
all.
area, industry, see, we have a total rejections. And then there is some particular defect, the rejection is there. Now this we have solved it. So the overall, how much it has come down?
Sir, it was from 40,
Like that, your index, how much it has gone?
from 46 it's moved to 48%.
You should show
2% it is overall. Yes.
You can show that. Okay,
Okay.
good.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.